Synchronized swimming is a unique sport. It's not just like it was back in the Esther Williams days. You can imagine 8 gymnasts in the water, just an arm length away from each other. And in tight pattern, they don't necessarily all see each other. They rely on tuition. There's focus, there's trust, there's a fearlessness, and there's a real caring for each other. We propel each other through the water. We push each other up above the water. We throw people out of the water. And our coaches are a big part of us too. They're the ones that lead us to those competitions. And together we can win. It doesn't always happen in the traditional sense of the word, but we become champions together. When I was 25 years old and retired from elite level athletics, I had just finished training with the United States Synchronized Swimming Team for the 2000 Olympics. Everything about my training was team and goal as we shot for the gold medal at the Olympics. And just 9 years later, I had no idea that my life would depend on those 2 words, team and goal. When I was 34 years old, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in my 6th month of pregnancy. It was a time in my life that should have been the happiest. Most expectant mothers were at Babies R Us, choosing the perfect car seat, pack and play, stroller. Instead, my husband and I were shopping for an oncologist across Ohio. It was a really scary and lonely time, but I found comfort as soon as we landed at the Janes and spoke with Dr. Shapiro. There was a real sense of family and belonging, and I knew that I was at home. It was his closing statement that really got me. He said, the important thing is to consider which treatment team you feel most comfortable with. Team. Boom. That's it. Sign me up, coach. After my son was born, I began treatment for my breast cancer, which at the time had been staged as 1. I had chemotherapy and radiation and went on endocrine therapy and tried to get my life back on track, tried to be a normal new mom. Had a lot of good times, but unfortunately 2 years later I learned that my breast cancer had metastasized to multiple sites, and I think my heart stopped at that moment. But suddenly I heard the words, our goal is to control your cancer one strategy at a time so you can live with it as a chronic disease. Again, Dr. Shapiro came through. He had a plan. He said the word goal. I knew we were back on track. I knew how to do this. I reached back in my mind and went back to the pool. And though my cancer is not curable without a miracle, I know that I'm a champion because I'm the best that I've ever been. I do it for my son, of course, because he's gonna, grow up without a mom. But, it's like, it just gives me so much pride to do these speaking engagements and talk about Donna and talk about Dr. Shapiro, because I feel so well because of them, and I want them to share in that pride. I'm proud to say that I'm thriving beyond a diagnosis of metastatic breast cancer. And I credit my treatment team with that. They bring out the very best in me. And I feel the same sense that I did when I was swimming and wanting to make my coaches proud and my teammates proud for all the hard work that we've done and what we've become. And I feel that way about my treatment team. And it's an overwhelming sense of wanting to give back and say thanks and show them how well I'm doing. And being a strong team just means that the next patient will experience that too, and they will hopefully experience the best of themselves as well.